Now, recently there was a mock draft release that had the Vikings taking Will Levis at 23. It was by a CBS Sports analyst. Now, Will Levis is a highly talked about name in the NFL community as of recently. And Will Levis is a 6'4", 232-pound quarterback out of Kentucky. One of the reasons he's been such a hyped-up prospect and talked about prospect is his similarities to quarterback Josh Allen of the Buffalo Bills. With around the same size as Allen and insane arm talent, Levis is a prospect scouts are drooling all over. Now, one of the reasons why I might not be so high on Levis is because of the fact that it feels like a Zach Wilson situation all over again, where Wilson made like one throw, and granted, Levis, it wasn't just one throw for him that made him famous, but Wilson threw one throw at pro day and became the most talked about prospect of this insane arm talent. Now he's a bust pretty much. Now, one of my worries about Levis is the fact that he did not have much success in college, and only amassing 2,400 yards and 19 touchdowns to 10 picks in 2022, and only having a completion percentage of 65%. That's not very good in college. And, I mean, that's not very good in the NFL and in college when it's so much easier than NFL. Now, granted, it's hard to play in college. I'll give them that. It's hard to play at any level, professionally and even collegiately. But that's not very good for a potential top 10 pick, as he's being hyped up to be earlier this year. Now, one of the better upsides to Levis is his insane arm talent, arm strength, along with his mindset. He really has like this really, really hard-working mindset that he learned dealing through struggles as a kid, with his mom I believe, died of cancer. And I could see the Vikings possibly taking Levis. Maybe. I mean, I could maybe see them taking Levis, but it all depends with what Quasty and Kevin O'Connell come to. Like, what would it look like if the Vikings were just like Will Levis? That's a question I hear a lot in the community. I feel like the Vikings would trade up to draft Levis if they were going to trade up maybe a couple spots, 6 spots maybe. I don't know who's up there. I believe it's maybe the Buccaneers or Steelers or Commanders even. But I think they'd have to trade up to even more than that possibly. And depending on how far they're trading up, I think it could be a first-round pick and then maybe next year second, or this year second, or this year third, and next year fourth. I don't know what it would be, but Levis is such an athletic quarterback that I think he is possibly worth the gamble on. Now, could he fit into the Vikings offense? I don't really know how well he'd do in play action, because that's really what the Vikings like to run right now. They really love play action with Kirk Cousins. He's insane at that. He's probably the best play action quarterback in the league. But if we were to draft him, I think he'd have to sit behind Kirk Cousins for a year, play out Kirk's final year of his contract, and maybe learn better, become better in the play action game, and become one of those quarterbacks that's a dual threat quarterback, as he does have that ability to become one of those quarterbacks. But we might have to make some adjustments on our offense if the Vikings were to draft Will Levis. And now Kwesi is really big on winning right now, and we don't know, it might be like a 4, 5, 6 year project, or maybe only 1 year project, or maybe Will Levis is great right off the bat. But we really need if Will Levis is going to be a long-term project like Josh Allen was, which look at Josh Allen now, but we're going to need to expect maybe some worse seasons in the future if we're going to do that. And Kwesi isn't really high on losing, and he wants to win right now, and he believes we can win right now. So I don't know if that might be one of the reasons why the Vikings would avoid Levis, but Kevin O'Connell is very, very interested in him, and I think Kevin O'Connell would love to have that ability in a quarterback to run like Josh Allen can, to take hits like Josh Allen can, to hurdle like Josh Allen can, to throw like Josh Allen can. And I think that's a dream for a coach to be able to save a play. It could be a run, it could be a pass, it could be a scramble, it could be a read option, and your quarterback, QB draw, and your quarterback can run it, it's a dream. And if Levis is the guy that can do that, I think Kevin O'Connell can really help him thrive in the Vikings offense. And having the best receiver in football to throw to, that's a pretty big upside, along with TJ Hawkinson. And if the Vikings were to do this move, then goes Jordan Addison out the window. I've been mocking up the Vikings selecting Jordan Addison, which I think they really need to right now, or sign DJ Chark in free agency. So if they sign DJ Chark, then I think they're best player available. I think that's Will Levis for the Vikings right now. If they don't sign DJ Chark, then I think they're taking wide receiver this draft. And DJ Chark, I'll talk about in another video, but he is a pivotal insight, I believe, for what the Vikings are doing in the future in the upcoming draft too. But they're in a great position to take best player available, and that is Will Levis. Now, he could really, as I've said before, I think he could really be a dual threat quarterback with his speed, his size, his athleticism. And if the Vikings can mold Levis under Kirk, have him learn for a year, mold him into a much, much more accurate passer. Like Kirk's a very, very accurate passer. He's the top 10 quarterback in the league. If you don't agree with me, sue me. But I think he would learn behind Kirk. If the Vikings were to draft Will Levis, he'd learn behind Kirk for a year. Kirk could really help elevate Levis like Patrick Mahomes set behind Alex Smith. Now, Alex Smith is not on Kirk Cousins' level, but Kirk Cousins is open to mentoring a quarterback. I think Levis could be a very, very interesting prospect. I'm Preston Johnson. All eyes on the earth. Catch you guys in the next one.
For 3-on-2. Brutus to Marshall. He scores! Throws. Caught. Jefferson. Touchdown.